Hello everyone, my name is Mrpyfer, and today we'll take a look at the top 5 most haunted places in New York. Number 5. House of Death. Located down one of the most beautiful blocks in New York City, stands a building with a notoriously dark history. Nicknamed House of Death, this famous paranormal landmark is supposedly haunted by 22 ghosts, the most famous of which is Mark Twain, who resided there from 1900 to 1901. In 1900, the building became the favorite residence of author Mark Twain. Despite only living there for a little over a year, his spirit seems to have been stuck around a bit longer. Sightings of Twain dressed in a white suit have been reported on the first floor and near the staircase. Some say if you read one of his books aloud, you hear sobbing and maniacal laughter. Number 4. The Dakota. Years after John Lennon was shot in front of his Central Park West building, the Dakota, his widow, Yoko Ono, saw his ghost at his white piano. She claims he turned to her and said, "Don't be afraid, I am still with you." When he was alive, Lennon himself claimed to have spotted a figure wandering the halls of the Dakota, whom he refers to as the Crying Lady. Paranormal researcher Jessica DeWitt believes that when people are murdered suddenly and violently, their spirits linger. In Lennon's case, he was only 40 years old, successful and happy. Definitely not someone who was ready to die. Number 3. Most Holy Trinity Church. The present building housing Most Holy Trinity Church was built between 1882 and 1885. The school building, built in 1887, is located on a site that has been a cemetery from 1841 until 1853. Legend has it that not all of the bodies were removed from the cemetery, and that the souls of those who remain continue to inhabit the site. The lights in the school gym have been known to go off and on without any reasonable explanation. At night, it is said that voices and the sounds of people walking back and forth can be heard in the school building. Some have documented that the loud footsteps can be heard down the 4 floors of the stairs at late hours of the night. Allegedly, it always feels like other people are in the building, even when somebody is there alone. Dogs, who were once kept as pets there, have been known to stare, as if in trances, at the stairs leading to the basement. A numerous amount of people have also allegedly died while praying there since its doors first opened in 1885. Number 2. Utica Lunatic Asylum. Opened in 1841 and originally named the New York State Lunatic Asylum at Utica. It holds the title as New York's first state-run facility and one of the oldest asylums in America. Treatment at the hospital was similar to others of the period, with hydrotherapy, electroshock therapy, and prefrontal lobotomies occurring frequently. But perhaps the most well-known treatment at the Utica State Hospital was the Utica Crib. Named after the facility, a Utica crib looked very similar to the beds used for instance, with one glaring addition. It contained a cover to keep patients from escaping. Initially, the hospital was celebrated for the invention. The device was used to control and calm patients. Unfortunately, it was advertised as a time-out space to house uncontrollable patients, many of them suffering from conditions that require actual medical attention, such as strokes, heart attacks, and epilepsy. The building was closed in 1978 and now sits shuttered and abandoned in the heart of Utica. It's not surprising that visitors report seeing faces at the window and a feeling of sadness lingering in many of the rooms. Many of its inhabitants still remain in the rotting and crumbling structure, having been locked up for an eternity. Number 1. Amityville Horror House. For those of you who are unaware, on November 13, 1974, Robert DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family at 112 Ocean Avenue, a large Dutch colonial house situated in the suburban neighborhood in Amityville, on the south shore of Long Island in New York. He was convicted of second-degree murder in 1975, and in December of 1975, George and Kathy Lutz and their 3 children moved into the house. Reportedly, when the Lutz family had the home blessed, the Catholic priest performing the blessing heard a deep voice say, "Get out." The family reports experiencing strange occurrences after moving into the new house, including personality changes in the father. The Lutz family reportedly left the home 28 days after moving in, fearful of the paranormal activity that they experienced. Ed and Lauren Warren, a ghost hunting couple, investigated the home in March 1976. They used an infrared camera to take photographs, one of which bears the image of a young boy who has a similar appearance to the youngest DeFeo son. If you enjoyed today's list, please leave a like or a comment, as it really encourages me to make more. And if you have a state you would like to see done in the next video, please suggest it, as I plan to do all 50 states, one video at a time, just like this. Now, until next time, stay safe.